Many Italian recipes can be cooked in 5 minutes. Did you know that? I bet you didn't. I want to show you some of my recipes that you can make in 5 minutes. I want to start with one of the most popular recipes on the planet, Caprese salad, a dish that pleases everyone. This is how you make it. Caprese salad. Oh yes, the Italian flag on a plate. Remove the top part. And what we do is we want to cut into thick slices, okay? Like this. This is how thick my mozzarella will be. And I want the mozzarella and the tomatoes to have the same size, okay? Now I'm gonna cut the mozzarella with a nice knife. And this is what we do. We cut the slice. Number one, look how creamy this is, look how creamy. And I wanna do the same thickness of my tomato, okay? Don't forget. So what we do is we get a nice slice of tomato, we put oregano and salt, then we get a nice good looking leaf of basil, and then we put the buffalo mozzarella on top. And then we do it again. Tomato slice, oregano and salt, and we put a basil leaf on top. When you put the basil leaf, you want to make sure it sticks out, it looks better. Now, last but not least, we need to put the extra virgin olive oil all over our salad, okay? Look at that, the Italian flag into my mouth. Another dish that we don't talk much about it, but everybody loves, is the butter and sage ravioli. And this is how you do it. These are ravioli, butter and sage, a beautiful classic Italian dish, but I made it alla Vincenzo's plate. We're going to boil the ravioli in a large pot with lots of water. We're gonna be using a generous big spoon of sea salt or rock salt. The water must be boiling before you put the pasta inside, okay? Now let's boil them. Let's put the ravioli inside. Beautiful. Let's get the ingredients ready. So the lemon zest needs to be done from now. So let's grate it. The first thing we're going to do is to put the butter in the pan. So we put all the butter in there and we want the butter to melt. This needs to be done on a medium low heat. Don't stress the butter, okay? So what we do now is we melt the butter and we just add a few leaves of sage in there to give the flavor. Now we'll gradually add more sage as we go. We don't want to burn this or cook it in a low heat. So what's happening is, see this butter? I don't think it's enough for how much ravioli I'm using. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. We're not eating this pasta to lose weight, okay? So do not be scared if we use too much butter. But I'd rather have more butter than less. And look what we're doing right now, see? We're getting the butter to make love with a beautiful sage. Ravioli inside, nice. Nice. And here we go. We don't use any fork, any spoon. We need to try and toss this, okay? There's a good amount of butter used, and now we need to try and toss. We need to try and move it as much as we can like this. We do not want to break the ravioli. So we switched off the stove. Now the dish is ready. All you have to do is to add the Parmigiano or pecorino, toss and serve. But I've added 2 new ingredients, lemon zest and crushed pistachio, okay? So what we do is, first, we put the pecorino. We're gonna put a nice amount of pecorino, a little bit of crushed pistachio, just for now, a little bit of lemon zest, just everywhere, spread everywhere. Now, let's go with the tossing. A little bit of tossing, just move it around. You still want the butter to be absorbed by the ravioli. Now we got crunchy ravioli. We have the lemon releasing flavors to the butter, so it is important. If we do this, maybe you can gently use a wooden spoon with a flat spoon here. All right, guys, it's time now to impiattare. Let's serve this beautiful ravioli by nonna. So what we do, we get the butter first, place the butter at the bottom, butter sauce. We're gonna put some pecorino right at the bottom. And now we put the ravioli. This is a plate for me, okay? So I'm gonna eat lots of ravioli. I'm not sure about you. Look at this one. Look at this one. It's got a beautiful amount of lemon on top. Look at that. Now we're going to decorate this ravioli with the sage. Put the sage on each ravioli. More pecorino cheese. A little bit more lemon zest. And to finish it off, crushed pistachio. Let's try on the ravioli. Served with my butter and sage sauce. Yeah, yeah. Look at that. You want the sage to go inside. You want the lemon. You want the pistachio. A dish that feeds family in a short time with a small budget is the steak pizzaiola. This is how you do it. This is steak pizzaiola, carne alla pizzaiola, a beautiful dish from Naples. One steak at a time. We cover it. And now we squash it, okay? It's very important that you make your meat flat. Very, very important. Look at that. So basically we want to make it very thin, okay? Even thinner than that. Basically we want to make it thin, and we want to make sure that all the nerves are basically like smashed, you know? Now we cut it. And what we do, we cut it enough. See, we got 2 pieces. We're gonna cut these as well. So here we got 3 pieces out of it. And now it's time to cook on a medium-low heat. Let's get a nice large saucepan if you can. A generous amount of extra virgin olive oil. When I say generous, I mean it, generous. Don't ask me how much. A splash, like a tablespoon of water in the oil. Now let's crush the garlic in the oil. Now it's time for the peeled tomatoes. I like to crush them by hand. You can blend them gently if you want, but to me, this is the best thing to do. Right in there with your hands. Yeah, just squash it. All right, now we put the passata in. Passata and peeled tomatoes should be the same brand, if you can. So at least you know you're using the same tomatoes. Look at the beautiful job that the passata is doing now, the tomato puree. See? At this point, what I will do, I will put the oregano in there. The oregano now release all the flavors. The salt, put a pinch, put as much as you like, okay? Don't go crazy, okay, with the salt. Just put as much as you like. And now we stir, okay? Now we're going to cook this marinara sauce for a minimum of 10 minutes, okay? See how the sauce is? Now we're going to add the meat, okay? A little bit at a time. We're gonna be adding the meat everywhere. Just make sure there's space in between. So basically this meat, for me, should cook in maximum 2 minutes. Guys, the meat is ready. It's been in there for 2 minutes. You can take one piece out if you want to do a test, but trust me, this is ready. Now let's switch off the stove. Let's put some pepper, as much as you like. Let's break the basil in it. So now the basil will release the beautiful flavors. Do the basil right at the end, okay? Don't put the basil first. Basil needs to release his wonderful, wonderful flavors. You need to clean the plate with the bread. It's a must. I really need to make sure the meat is tender, okay? Now let's plate it. This is how we plate it. Now we get some beautiful marinara sauce. Put it in the plate. Now we're gonna get some nice pieces of meat. Oh, I can see how tender they are. And guys, for me, I need to put some capers in my plate. So here I've got some beautiful capers from Puglia. For me, it's a must. Last but not least, and here's a slice of bread. And this is my steak pizzaiola for tonight. right, guys, let's check if we did a good job. Let's see how tender it is. See, the meat cooks very fast, very, very tender. I can feel it. I can feel it already. Let's see if it melts in my mouth. A classic old school Italian recipe is the penne alla vodka, and I want you to make it the right way. Ladies and gentlemen, this is penne alla vodka. First thing we want to do, on a medium-low heat, we do this slowly, okay? Put a pan and about 3-4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, extra virgin, and then we're gonna put the onion, okay? We wanna cook the onion for about 5 to 10 minutes until it becomes golden. And now we also add the pancetta. Now this is my choice. I'm using these beautiful tomatoes. Why? Because those beautiful tomatoes are full of flavors. Let's put a generous amount of salt, okay? Generous amount. Let's put some pepper, generous amount, and then we crush, okay? You can crush it by hand or just use this to crush it, okay? Now it's the time for us to put the vodka in there. The vodka is very important. Why? Because it will give an important, amazing flavor to this. And here we go. So now what we do, we let it evaporate. We wait about 2-3 minutes. Now at this point, we're gonna add the tomato. Oh, beautiful. And with the tomato, we wanna make sure we now cook it for at least 15 to 20 minutes. What we need to do now, we need to add the flavor. I don't care what people say, oh, you don't use basil here, you don't use anything. I love tomato with basil. Now we wanna get a nice pot and put water in there, be generous, and put 1 tablespoon of sea salt. And this pasta takes 12 minutes to cook. Let's put the cream, let's put a little bit at a time. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna add half of this glass and see how it is, okay? I don't wanna use the entire glass, I just wanna see how it reacts with the tomatoes. And now this is where the magic begins. Let's put the pasta in there. Half mug of pasta water in here. And now we're ready to mix our ingredients. The best thing to do here, guys, is actually to let the pasta jump. It will become a lot creamier. Of course, you will get dirty, but who cares, right? I've got the pecorino cheese here, or Parmigiano. You put it in there, and let's make it extra creamy. Come on. Beautiful. Wow, look at that. Look at that. And look at that. Look at that creamy. Look at those flavors. I tell you, you don't have to buy those fake, nasty pizza bases from the supermarket ever again. Do this instead, and you will save time and money. No more nasty, fake pizza bases from the shop. This is your new, easy 3 minutes pizza. Here we go. Just cut this baby in half. Now we'll leave it on the side, and let's go and prepare the toppings. Here we have a beautiful San Marzano tomatoes. What we do is we put some salt, just a generous amount, and then what we do here, we are going to break the basil in there, just like that. And now we crush the tomato with our hands, okay? The reason why we crush with our hands is because the hands are gentle. If you use a blender or anything else, you're gonna ruin the flavors of the tomatoes. We start with the sauce, okay? So let's just put the sauce everywhere here. Be very generous because here we have holes on the ciabatta bread. So the sauce goes inside those holes. The next step is to freshly grate the Parmigiano or Pecorino on top. Today I've got a 24 months beautiful Parmigiano Reggiano from Reggio Emilia, the real deal. And here it is. Now it's time for the fresh buffalo mozzarella, guys. Fresh buffalo mozzarella, which I'm gonna put on top of this yummy, yummy pizza, okay? Got plenty of cheese. Now it's time for us to add the basil, just a little bit of extra basil. You don't have to, I just love basil so much. So Can't say no. Last but not least, we're gonna drizzle extra virgin olive oil. Oh yeah, beautiful. Now this ciabatta bread slash pizza is going in the oven at the maximum temperature, okay? So if you're in your kitchen, you have a normal oven, which is the maximum 250 Celsius, you do that, 250 fan forced. If it's 220 Celsius, you do that, the maximum, fan forced, okay? We put them inside until the cheese melts. All right, yes, this is fan forced. See you soon, ciabatta bread, ciabatta pizza bread. And here we have it, the ciabatta slash pizza. Look how beautiful it is. Ooh, it is crunchy, it is crunchy. You ready? Let's cut. Yum. Go 1, 2, yeah. Best time of the video recipe, time to eat. Look at this beautiful slice over here, look at that, listen to the crunch. What about a creamy mushroom pasta without cream, done in 5 minutes? This vegetarian mushroom pasta, it's super creamy and there is no cream involved in the recipe. Let's put the stove on a medium heat and this is what we do. Extra virgin olive oil. Let's put a splash of water before the oil becomes hot. Before the garlic burns, let's put the mushrooms in. Going to add some pepper. And what we're going to do is we're going to add the butter. Beautiful butter in there. All right, boiling water, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of sea salt. We get some mushrooms, we're gonna blend them. Add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. You don't have to, but just a little bit. And we quickly blend this. Ready? Now we add a splash of milk. Just put a splash of milk in there and mix it. Let's add a little bit of water or more milk, up to you, just to get the extra creaminess. Let's put a nice amount of parsley in there. So I'm gonna pour the milk in there now. I'm going to add the cream that we blended. This is such an important step. Such an important step. Look at that now. Look at this. Look, it's thickening up. We've got a natural mushroom cream. Let's put some pasta water in. Don't be scared of pasta water. The pasta water will help you to make it creamy, okay? So do not be scared, please. Let's put the pasta in. Let's give it a nice mix. Now this time, let's put more pasta water. The flame is still on. I like to toss it. Now we want to add a little bit of pasta water because we are about to add the pecorino cheese, okay? Now a pecorino is our best friend, okay? So let's just be generous. Let's add the rest of the pecorino. And here we go. Beautiful fettucce with mushrooms. Look at beautiful cream dropping here, look at that. Oh yes, that's what we want. Did you say bruschetta? It's bruschetta, and this is a classic Italian done in 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm showing you how to make bruschetta, no bruschetta, bruschetta. Now with the tomatoes, what I actually like to do, you'll be surprised, I'm not using a chopping board to cut them. What I like to do is I like to cut them with a tomato knife, of course, and just cut it like this into small cubes, okay? As small as you can, please. We're gonna put a generous amount of extra virgin olive oil. When I say generous, I mean it, generous. Don't count, it can be 3, 4, 5 tablespoons. We're gonna put a nice generous amount of salt, okay? Just nice salt. We're gonna put some pepper. Tomatoes like the pepper. Just the pepper there. Beautiful, beautiful. Now I like to crush my garlic. I like to use a crusher because I think, you know, you crush the garlic so good, and when you put the garlic in the tomatoes, it kind of disappears in the tomato. I don't want to have chunks of garlic in my mouth. Beautiful. Last but not least, we're gonna use this beautiful basil, okay? Beautiful basil from the garden, okay? If you can't find it from the garden, go to a shop that sells beautiful basil. And this is how I like to break it, okay? Break it with your hands. Straight from there, you break it with your hands in small pieces. Mix, and I'm using my hands. Use a fork if you don't feel comfortable. I'm doing this because I wanna feel my tomatoes. If you let it rest, you're gonna get more juice out of the tomatoes, okay? If you don't have time to rest it, it's still okay. But if you do have the 10, 20, 30 extra minutes, just let it rest. Another fantastic option to make bruschetta is to actually use cherry tomatoes. And I'm using top quality cherry tomatoes here. And what we do is we cut them in half. Why? Because what we're going to do is we're going to squeeze the cherry tomatoes on top of the bruschetta. I'm going to show you how to cook the bruschetta 3 different ways. Keep in mind, the original way is to use charcoal. You need to have a barbecue, charcoal barbecue, and you actually grill, toast the bread on the charcoal. We are inside, we don't have charcoal, so what do? Option one is the skillet. We're gonna put a skillet, very high temperature, on the cooktop. Other option is to use the toaster. The toaster, it's fantastic. Option 3 is to use the oven. So what you do, you turn the broiler, the grill on top, and the fan force option at the same time at 200 Celsius degrees. The first option I'm gonna show you is the skillet, okay? The skillet is on a very high temperature. It's very, very hot. I can feel it. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the bread and toast both sides. So when it's ready, I don't know when it's ready, we have to keep checking, okay? So in a couple of minutes, we go and check, and when we have those beautiful dark lines, it means our bread is ready to be turned. After a couple of minutes, I'm gonna turn the bread and look what we get. Look at that, see? This is what you wanna get. This is the achievement. This is what you want to achieve. It's a bit hot, but see that? This is beautiful. This is the color that you want. The toaster, the oven cannot give you this color, okay? This is as close as it gets to the barbecue. Now, what do? We put the garlic on top so it melts on the bread. Look at that, look how beautiful it is. Beautiful, melting garlic on top of the bruschetta. Fantastic. And now we're gonna put the tomato. Look at the juice there. Put the juice first, spread the juice everywhere. Yes, baby. Let's spread the juice. Now we add the tomatoes. Ah, yes, the beautiful tomatoes on our bruschetta. Now the toaster, what you can do is you can put the bread in like this, standing up, or if your slice is small, then what you can do, you can actually put it in like this. And the toaster is the faster option, okay? It's gonna do the job in no time, okay? So this bruschetta will be quickly done. Now the third and last option is to actually cook the bruschetta in the oven. So you need baking paper. You put the bread here on top, and then we place it in the oven. But what we use is, we need to use fan force and the grill, the broiler, together at the same time, okay? So we cook from the top, from the side. Okay guys, this is what you get when you put it in the oven, okay? We got broiler, the grill, and the fan force, you get this. Now, if you get a little bit burned, don't worry about it. It's more authentic, isn't it? It's more authentic. So what you do, you get a knife and you just remove the burn part, okay? You will be fine. If you use charcoal, most likely you will get this. So, now what do we do now? Okay, we put extra virgin olive oil on top. Beautiful extra virgin olive oil. And then we're going to squeeze the cherry tomato on top, just like that. Just like this. Oh, and then we leave it there. Okay, so one, we got two, look at that, look at the juice. Look at this juice coming out, look at this juice. Two, then we have another one here. So three, yes, baby, yes, baby. And then the one again here, beautiful juice. Look how much juice we have on this. One more, yes. And here we have one bruschetta with a little bit of basil, sprinkle of salt, some pepper, and here we have the bruschetta with fresh cherry tomatoes. And here is how you make the cherry tomatoes bruschetta. Simple, delicious, yummy, full of flavors, and most importantly, full of juice. Juice is what we want. Guys, this is the best time of the video recipe, the moment I've been waiting for. Time to eat. Look at this beautiful bruschetta. Your tuna dinners have never tasted this good. This tuna pasta will definitely add excitement and flavors into your belly. This tuna pasta only takes 10 minutes to be made, in less than $10. First thing to do is we're going to put a nice tablespoon of rock salt or sea salt in water. Now, to make the sauce, we need extra virgin olive oil, generous, 4-5 tablespoons. 1 splash of water, maybe 2 tablespoons. The water will avoid the garlic to burn. Now we put the garlic in and crush it. 2 cloves, you can use more if you want. The cherry tomatoes. Feel free to add more if you like. Now here we have beautiful peeled tomatoes. These are Italian peeled tomatoes. What we're going to do now, we're going to square. You can use your hands, just use this utensil. If you use your hands, it's probably better. What I want to do here, I want to help the cherry tomatoes to release the juice quickly. Okay, so I'm going to press gently like this. Beautiful capers. You can add them later, but I prefer to do it now. I'm going to add the beautiful peeled tomatoes that we crushed with the hand. See this tuna is already cooked, right? So you don't have to do anything. It's tuna from the can. It doesn't really need to be cooked. So we just want the tuna to make love with all the ingredients. Let's be generous with the parsley. Just put as much parsley as you like. Put pepper first. Let's put some salt. Now let's put it in this beautiful hot sauce. We add a little bit of pasta water on top. You know what we need to do now? We need to serve. We need to serve this beautiful pasta. Nice. Again, this is simplicity at its best, done in 10 minutes. Love Chinese lemon chicken, but what about Italian lemon chicken? Have you ever tried it? Well, this is the time for you to try a chicken dish in 5 minutes. In this episode we are making lemon chicken with spinach, baby spinach, one of my favorite healthy recipes that I'll ever make. Now start by cutting the meat. So we want to make little fillets, and then we're gonna cut them into small strips. Now let's put the chicken in a plastic bag, just like that. And we're gonna add some flour. Now we close it and you mix well. A little bit of extra virgin olive oil, just be generous. We need to cook the meat on a medium heat. Now we add the chicken in there. Okay guys, let's make sure we have both sides like brown, and then use a tongue to turn it. So now guys, we're gonna get the 2 cloves of garlic, squash them a little bit, put them in, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, and this from my garden, rosemary, just put it there. So now we have about half glass of wine, about 100 ml. Yeah, that will give it a nice flavor. White wine. Now when the wine disappears, you put half glass of water, and now it's time to squeeze a lemon. As you can see guys, this is almost done. Now we can remove the rosemary. Now we cook the spinach for a couple of minutes in the same saucepan. I will just put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Always use extra virgin guys, you know how I am. Olive oil doesn't do the job. A little bit of salt. Some pepper. 2 more minutes and this is done. Cut a slice or 2. Cut them in half and use it to garnish the salad. And here we are guys, a beautiful chicken lemon with baby spinach. A classic Roman dish, cacio e pepe. This is a must when you have no time. All you need is cheese, pepper, and lots of love. Today we're making a super creamy Roman cacio e pepe. We get 1 tablespoon of sea salt in boiling water. Now we get this large thick spaghetti and we put it inside. Let's help the spaghetti to go down. Bye spaghetti. See you in about 11 minutes. Let's toast the black pepper and put as much as you can, please. This is the pecorino cheese, guys. Okay, the pecorino cheese. I do want to add some black pepper in the pecorino. Look how beautiful. This pepper takes 2 minutes to toast. You can smell it. The smell is so strong. And we add the pasta in here. The pasta in there. I'm going to put some pasta water in there. And we're now going to continue cooking the pasta in here for 2 more minutes, okay? Now this is a very delicate moment. Don't put too much water. Just put a little bit, just a little bit in there. Mix. You want to do this gradually, okay? A little bit more. We don't want this to be runny, okay? We want this to be nice and thick. Here we go. Fantastico. Follow me now, guys. Let's put the pan up here. Now the steam is gonna help us to keep this nice and warm, okay? The steam is gonna help us to create the cream that we want to get. Now, we're ready to go. I'm gonna add the cream in there. Here's the pecorino. And this is the moment we all have been waiting for. What you wanna see now is the pecorino melting. I'm gonna add a little bit of pasta water, just a tiny bit, a little bit, just enough. Can you see that cream? This is the cacio e pepe, guys. This is a cacio e pepe. Now let's try and toss it. See, I can't toss it, which means we need a little bit more water to make it a little bit creamier. Let's toss it now. Ah, bellissimo. See, now I keep doing this on the steam, so the steam helps to melt the cheese. Guys, I'm gonna try and impress you with this cacio e pepe, okay? Let's get the tweezers. You don't have to do this. I wanna impress you. And here we go. Bellissima e cremosissima. Beautiful cremina. The cremina that the cacio e pepe deserves. Oh, look at that. Stop buying artificial garlic bread from the supermarket. Garlic bread is very easy. It needs 3 ingredients. So do it now. I'll show you how to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is garlic bread. I get this beautiful ciabatta bread over here. It's beautiful, beautiful bread. I made it from scratch. And now what we do here, we cut it in half, okay? Okay, so the bread is cut. Now we have to make the mix. I'm gonna crush this garlic and put it right in there in a small salad bowl. Crusher is the best thing to use, or you can actually blend it. If you blend it, you're gonna get a nice garlic cream. And here we go. Perfect. Now what we're gonna do now, we're gonna put a nice generous amount of extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil, okay? How much? 8 to 10 tablespoons. Mix, mix, mix. And as we mix, we start to add the parsley and the pecorino cheese. Everything goes in there. Okay, and we mix, 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 and we make a nice cream. See, this is a nice Mediterranean cream, no butter. Look at this beauty. Now we want this to be a little bit more runny, so I'm gonna put more extra virgin olive oil. It's all about feeling these flavors, okay guys? It's all about feeling it. All right, so what we're gonna do now first, we're gonna put some extra virgin olive oil on the ciabatta bread, just a little bit, okay? And what we do is we're going to spread it. We're going to get the mix here that we have, and we start pouring the mix everywhere, okay? Just like that, just like that. Come over here, baby. Come over here. Just put it everywhere. Here we go. Wow, the smell of garlic. Amazing. So much garlic here. Make sure you don't kiss anyone that night when you make this. And now we spread it evenly. You know another way to tell when it's ready? When the kitchen smells fantastic. That means you're ready to eat. As soon as you put the garlic in the oven, the flavors go straight into your nostril. Oh, you need a glass of wine right now, a nice glass of wine. Oh yeah. Okay guys, after 5 minutes, go and check. Let's have a look. Oh, wow, smell. And we just turn them around, okay? Just because we want to make sure they cook evenly. Oh yeah, they're getting crunchier, crunchier. It's been 10 minutes, and what we want to do now is we turn the broiler on, the grill, and for about a minute or 2, we want to finish to toast the top part. And then we are ready to eat it. Can you see this, guys? Can you see? I just turned the grill, the broiler on, and it's toasting it. 1 extra minute, and we are ready to go. And here we have it, the garlic bread that you have been waiting for. That's the sound. Listen, listen. Yeah. Yes, baby. Let's see if it's crunchy and moist at the same time. Ready? Last but not least is the frittata, a quick dish you can make for breakfast, lunch, dinner, or midnight snack. This is how my nonna likes to make it. And I want you to make it the same way. Hi, and welcome to...
Gente Plate.
Grande nonna. Today we are making a frittata, the classic Italian omelette.
Prendo le uova, li rompo Adesso lo facciamo bella alta, ci mettiamo 6 uova. Ecco qua, così. Adesso mi pulisco le mani e comincio a battere. Adesso metto un po' di sale, pizzicotte di sale. Prendo il prezzemolo un pochino, già lavato, ho messo là. Adesso ci metto un po' di parmigiano. Adesso si mette nella padella un pochino di olio, si fa riscaldare.
Tu lo sai quando è pronto, no?
E io ci metto così, faccio la prova così. È pronto. Hai visto?
Sì, sì. Quello caldo caldo. Quella temperatura deve essere bella alta, vero nonna?
Sì. Più è bollente più cresce la frittata.
Quindi tu ora perché lo stai muovendo questo omelette?
Eh sì, perché per far ritirare un pochino l'uovo così, vedi?
Ah, quindi tu vuoi fare sì che l'uovo vada ovunque.
Si asciuga, no?
E si asciuga.
Deve asciugare.
Quindi la forchetta, tasta, una forchetta e un pentolino.
Adesso lo rigiriamo. Adesso ci vorrebbe quella apposta per la frittata, ma io non ce l'ho, faccio col piatto.
Il piatto.
Metto il piatto
Metto
così,
sopra.
mi metto nel lavandino. Ecco qua.
Bravissima. Bravi, guarda là, bello, bello, bello. Quindi ci vuole proprio 5 minuti a fare la frittata, eh?
Sì, poco.
Eccolo lì. Sei bravo, buono,
Poi
buono.
si deve asciugare.
Quanto tempo ci vuole più o meno adesso? No, un paio di minuti?
Un paio di minuti. Adesso lo facciamo rigirare.
Lo fai saltare? Lo fai saltare?
No, no, saltare no.
Un'altra volta. Ok.
Vedi che si asciuga bene. Allora,
Perfetto, perfetto.
questa è una frittata per 4 persone con l'insalata, con pomodoro, qualsiasi cosa che uno.
Sta a colazione è buono, nonna?
Come piace alle persone.
Ah, è pronta quindi? Ah, l'ultima volta, quindi lo fai fare per essere sicuri che l'uovo è cucinato? Ecco qui, quindi diciamo 3-4 volte lo fai girare.
Perché è bello
morbido.
bello massiccio, allora ci vuole un pochino di più di tempo per farlo asciugare, se no dopo non è buono.
Nonna, ma lo sai che sei una star? Lo sai che sei una star?
Sai che sei una star vecchia?
Sei giovanissima,
Eccola
sei.
qua.
Oh. Ecco qui.
Eccola qua la frittata.
Fammela vedere questa bella frittata. Sì.
Che bella.
Sì, bella, bella, bella.
Adesso
Adesso lo mangiamo, nonna?
ce lo mangiamo.
Con un po' di pane?
Sì, per forza, con un po' di pane.
Ma taglia, taglia, vediamo com'è dentro, vediamo. Guarda che morbidezza, guarda che morbidezza. No, sì, quando è così morbido ti fa capire che la qualità c'è. Look at that, look inside, look at the inside of this, look at the inside, look. Incredible, very good quality. Complimenti nonna, brava, un applauso, brava!
Grazie. Faccio l'applauso da solo.
Sì. Fai un applauso, mamma. Fai un applauso alla nonna.
Grazie.
Vai, no, mangia, mangia. Tutta meritata sta bella fetta, tutta bella meritata sta fetta. Questo non è uno snack pomeridiano, una cena, una colazione, un pranzo, tutto.
Tutto
Grazie mille, nonna.
Prego, nonna, a quest'ora mangiamo.
Ora ce la mangiamo, però dobbiamo ringraziare i nostri amici. Grazie, thank you for watching this episode. We will see you in the next Vincenzo's Plate video recipe. Nonna, e ora si mangia.
Buon appetito.
Vincenzo's Plate. Grazie nonna.
Buon appetito.
Mangiamo, dai. Vediamo com'è. Questo col pane, nonna.
Che buono.
I hope you enjoyed my selection of 5 minutes dishes for you. Now my question is, which one was your favorite? Let me know in the comment below. Thank you so much for your support, guys. I love you so much and send big hugs to you and your families. I'll see you in the next Vincenzo's Plate video recipe e ora si mangia. Vincenzo's Plate.